Good evening, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 9:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, October 4th, 2021. This is not financial advice. The video is educational. Click the subscribe and the bell if you want to be notified of these videos when they come out. Click the thumbs up and share that video if you want people to know the greatness of Fetch.AI. Intraday updates are on that Twitter link below. Check it out if you want to see my intraday thoughts and actions. In the meantime, we're talking about Fetch.AI. Now, Fetch US dollars has been under significant pressure. Not a fan of what I'm seeing right now. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't mean the end of the world at the same time. So we're only a few cents away from like 67 cents on the downside. It looks like we might be headed there, though. And I just want everyone to be clear about that. I don't like to come out and give bad news. That's not what I'm here for. Normally, I like to give great news, but when I have bad news to give, I'm going to give it whether you like it or not, because I want to protect the franchise. And that's what you guys are to me, the franchise. So in the meantime, Fetch.AI right now is under a lot of pressure, and I don't know if we're going to wind up dropping down to 67 cents, 68 cents. So I'm just giving you all a warning. It doesn't look great here, but it doesn't look terrible either. Now let's look over the Fetch Bitcoin pair. Where this starts to break down for me is right over here. If we drill into this channel, the problem with this channel is we kind of really dropped through it. We kind of didn't, it was nonstop. So we're going to have to see what happens here. But in the meantime, if I was to redraw this into something else that could potentially make it up, it could be something like that. But there's no way of saying for sure if that's the way it is. But I'm just being cautiously optimistic. If this turned out to be this pattern, where you have multiple touch points here, you have multiple touch points there and up there, that would be great. But I have a sense that we're gonna have to let this play out and see how this works. But we're right down at the border of this support line, and if it goes below, we're gonna have to be honest with ourselves and say this thing could be down. It could be in for a downturn, and that downturn could take us from 74 cents on the US dollar pair down to 67. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin US dollar. As I mentioned last night, I thought it would be blowing up. It's kind of blowing down, and now it's blowing back up. So at 49,254, we hit a high of around 49,786. So I think over the next day or two, it's hard to pick exactly when, folks. Like it's like calling like when is special baseball player gonna hit a home run or a grand slam. It's hard to pick the spot, but you know the directional view, and so I'm taking a directional view that Bitcoin will go up over the next day or two. It's already going up. Since yesterday, we were down like 49,000. We pulled all the way down this morning to 46,900, but we yanked back up. So we're all right. We're not so bad here. Now, Bitcoin dominance also starting to really take a rally here, so that's also good, but also kind of bad for altcoins. So, both altcoins are kind of taking the brunt of that price action on the Bitcoin dominance pair. In the meantime, again, like we're under a little pressure here. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I don't know that we're going to be like great tomorrow, but we're probably going to be either where we are or somewhere down here is my projection, 67, 68 cents. But again, it's temporary, and we can bounce off this line just as easily. So you got to keep your eyes on the ball. Anyway, check me out on Twitter, and I'll tweet out about this. All right. Have a good night, everyone.